Hello, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me once again. Very honoured that you take the time to be with me. I'm really hoping that the sessions are beneficial. So I put together 4 sessions. This is number 4, but they're all standalone poses, sequences. Designed for people maybe just need a gentler practice, so that includes all of us. Even, if we like a nice strong class, sometimes we just need some centering and grounding. They're also all put together for use in pregnancy as well, but obviously you just need to take care of your own body, whether we're pregnant or whether we've got health issues or however we are. We just need to be present with ourselves moment by moment and work with responsibility and great care for ourselves. Do what feels right. So please do look after yourself in the practice. So this sequence is about finding some energy, revitalising ourselves, but in a more gentle way. So we're going to start with a breathing practice. So this is a standalone full class, so it's about half an hour. Or we can just do, the little bits that feel appropriate for you. So if you get into something, you're happy there, stay there as long as you need to. Okay. There's no relaxation at the end of this one because it's to energise us, ready to move on with the rest of the day. But obviously if you need that little bit of time just to chill for a moment, then do it. Do what feels right. It's starting to really take responsibility for yourself and enjoying your practice. So 2 options then for this. We can come into legs up the wall, which is really nice for tired, achy legs. It's beneficial for pregnancy, it's beneficial for anybody with varicose veins. We don't want to have the legs straight up. We don't want to have your bottom against the wall. We want to have about a 45-degree angle from your hips to your heels. Okay, so you're a fair distance from the wall, that kind of a distance to relax and drain the legs. Alternatively, we're coming into safe sitting, so that can be seated on your block on the floor, or for comfort we can sit in a upright chair using padding to bring your back against the seat, or sitting nice and tall. Pop something under your feet if you find that you're struggling. If your heels don't touch the floor, for instance, you're not going to be relaxing, it's putting strain on the knees. So place a cushion under your feet to lift them up. Or if you find that you're in a chair that sags a little bit, so your bottom is lower than your knees, pop a firm cushion under your bottom to lift up. So this camera angle, it's kind of got a little bit wide angle. This room is quite tiny, but it gives that impression that my hips are lower than the knees, but actually everything is aligned. This is a perfect height for me. So if it does look a little bit saggy, it's just a camera angle. So you just want to bring your hips in line with your knees and your knees in line with your heels. And then once you come to, let's close our eyes. Just let all the tension out of your body. Anybody with pregnancy, of course, we always need that little fold up blanket or block under your right hip if you're lying on your back. Once you're settled into that comfortable position, eyes are closed, and just start to take your attention to the breath. Enjoying the rise and fall of your breath. Breathe in your body. As you breathe in, just a little bit slower now, maybe a little bit more deeply if we can. Visualise the breath coming in as a refreshing ray of light. Filling every cell in your body with prana, life force, vitality. And once your inhalation is complete, exhale slowly and smoothly. And visualising your out-breath, letting go, releasing, removing all fatigue, toxins, aches and lethargy. Breathing in vitality, life force, energising prana. Exhaling fatigue, toxins, aches and lethargy. Just keep this breath flowing. I am floating in a boundless sea of peace and tranquility. Let yourself stay here as long as you need, feeling completely relaxed, reinvigorated and renewed. If you do feel ready to move, if you've got your legs up the wall, bring your knees into your chest and place your soles back down on the floor one by one. Keep your feet on the floor and slowly rock your knees side to side. And eventually rest all the way over to your side. Stay there for as long as you need. Please don't sit up quickly. When you do want to come up, use the strength in your arms just to lift you up. Come into a comfortable sitting pose. So we're going to come into a movement that really helps to work all of the upper body, really, all the supporting tissues for the breasts, and help to relieve that deep achy pain that we can sometimes feel between the shoulder blades during pregnancy, and also people who work a long time at the desk, or even just a weakness in the upper back. So we're just going to bring the fingertips together just in front of the chest, and the elbows are lifted, so the elbows are parallel to the floor. It's most important to keep the shoulders down and relaxed. We'll take a breath in, and as we do that, we're gliding the elbows back. And with that, you're feeling your shoulder blades moving back. We're going to really try and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just hold it here a couple of breaths. Make sure you keep your neck relaxed. And then as you breathe out, let it all go. So it really strengthens that area of the back that can be quite weak. And it also, you'll feel a sense of squeezing as we squeeze back, kind of preventing the blood flow. It's like putting a dam on. Comfortable breaths, and then release, and the blood can just surge through. So carry away all the toxins that have built up there, all the tightness there. Maybe do this 3, 4, 5 times. Nice and relaxed there. Just pushing the shoulder blades together. Keep on breathing normally, and then just slowly let it go. If you need to rest in between, if you really are weak in the upper body, just relax your arms in between rounds. It's a great one to do for people that are office workers. You can do this at your desk. Wheelchair users. Really, really beneficial. That's lovely when you let go of that lovely warm glow. When you've done enough, do as many of those as you like. I really like that one. When you've done enough, we'll come back to resting, nice and tall. Okay, this one's quite fun, so I would suggest if you've got kids, this would be a good one to do with the kids around. If not, definitely do it by yourself. Okay, so you've got to join in with me. It's the lion, so I know it always brings a great amount of merriment. So we can stay sitting on the chair. The full pose is down in a kneeling position. So we can, of course, we've got varicose veins, we don't want to put pressure on those. We've got knee problems, don't want to put pressure on those. So we could sit straddling over your bolster or a folded blanket, big round folded blanket, or even an extra yoga mat or two if you've got those. You'll find a way just to build up so that there's no pressure there on the calves. So we start with the hands over the thighs. So we're going to take a breath in. As we take the breath in, we're going to open your eyes as wide as possible, open your mouth as wide as possible, stick your tongue in, out, and exhale, make a loud noise. We're going to do it twice, okay? Looking up as well, with the eyes, not the head, but looking up towards your third eye. So a nice deep breath in. And rest. Very energising. Embarrassing doing it on camera. A lovely deep breath in. And we'll take a rest. And I've put an affirmation to this, so you could do this whilst you're practising by yourself. I call upon the strength of a fierce lion to protect myself and my baby. So our family, if we haven't got baby on board anymore, but we've still got our babies, they're still our babies, aren't they? Shall we do that one more, once more? Releases all the tension around the facial muscles, the neck and the throat as well. Helps to turn those and bring a rich supply of blood to the throat and all around here. So it's got a lot of benefits, even though it's embarrassing. We held a lot of tension in the face, so this really helps to open that up. Okay, so when you're ready, connect with your lioness or your lion, whoever you are. Okay, so nice and energising. We're going to take our time then to very slowly come to standing, but this is fine if you are needing to stay in your chair. Just the same. If you are pregnant, your balance is likely off because your centre of gravity has changed. Some of us are just a little bit weak anyway, so in that case stand side onto a wall so you can use the wall for support, or just, you know, your kitchen worktop or a nice firm table, just something that you're not having to reach for it, it's just there available to help with balance. So we've done this before, but it's really, really good for helping to energise. So we're going to rise up onto the balls of the feet as we lift the right arm and take the breath in. And lower everything down as we breath out. And as we breathe in, left arm up. And breathe out, lower down. If we can, we'll take both arms up on the next breath in. And lower down as we breathe out. Just keep it going. If you can't take the arms up for blood pressure issues, dizziness, we'll keep the hands on the hips. Or alternatively, reach the arm out and touch your shoulder. And then lower down as you lower the heels. So we've got that coordination of movement and breath. Helps us to focus Or lift the arm, alternate arms as you rise onto the balls of your feet. Very strengthening, energising, there's loads of space to breathe. This time let's hit both arms up. And maybe do one more round yourself. So it helps to calm the nervous system, soothe the nervous system, because you're bringing your breath and your movements together. Helps to develop mindfulness, balance and coordination. We're learning, aren't we, that if your mind isn't on the job, it's not possible to balance. And it strengthens the lower leg muscles. And the affirmation I've put together with this: I flow in balance with the universe. I flow in balance with the universe. Yeah, just pause for a moment, just be aware of how it feels. You may need to shake your legs out, for instance, just do what you need. Remember, you can stop there, or we can come into triangle. So if you're familiar with this, you can come into as strong as feels good. It's a really opening out experience. You could use a wall, or we can use a chair for support. So we're going to turn the left foot out. So if you're using a chair, you're turning the left foot towards the chair seat. And you've taken your legs quite wide and you're turning your right foot in. We'll bring the right hand to rest on the right hip. And we'll take the left arm out parallel to the floor. We'll take a breath in, and as we breathe out, just start pushing your right hip away and reaching with that left hand. And then the left hand eventually comes down to rest on your seat or onto your lower leg, or even just above the knee would be fine. We just want to feel that nice opened out space. Wherever we are, don't fall into that supporting hand. Rather feel you're lifting out away from the floor. Lifting your lower tummy muscles, unless you're pregnant, in which case we don't do any action on the belly. We can turn it up afterwards, but right now we just want to create space for the baby. This is really, really nice. We're drawing that right shoulder back. We can be quite relaxed in it. Pregnancy, blood pressure problems, dizziness, shoulder problems, glaucoma, we'll keep the right hand here on the hip. If we're comfortable, we've got no reason why we can't, we take the right arm up to the sky. We can turn, if we can, look up at your drishti point, so that's your right thumb, your energy point. And breathe nice and deep into that energy. Open out your whole body, your heart, your tummy. Secure with the legs. Only hold it for as long as your breathing is happy. Slowly reverse our way back out. Take a moment to rest in the centre. Just feel that line of energy through the body. And then we will turn the right foot out towards your chair if you need a chair. Your left foot in, left hand on your left hip. Take your right arm out, shoulder level. We push the left hip away. Reach as far as we can with that right hand. It's called extended triangle. We want to extend. Take the right hand down to a comfortable position. Draw your left shoulder back. And breathe into it. Don't hurry to go into the maximum. Comfortable breath. And then if it feels good, take your left arm up. So we don't want to do anything that fatigues us. This is to energise us. So even if you can get your arm all the way down towards the floor, just think about coming up a little bit to use the breath for energising. Use the pose to energise. To be there comfortably so we can breathe well. So it's the breath bringing in the prana, the energy, So if we're struggling to breathe, we won't get energised from the practice. And then slowly coming out when you're ready. So we feel the energy flow. Let's do it once again to each side if you are comfortable. Let's turn your left foot out, right foot in. You might take your feet wider, second time. Let's move into the pose, keeping that right shoulder back, nice and open. So this is said to increase endurance and stamina, improve your flexibility, strengthen your feet, ankles, legs, open the hips, lengthen the spine. Feel all that in the pose. Exhale, slowly come back out in your own time. Spend a little bit of time in neutral. And then turn your right foot out, left foot in. As you hold the pose, we can maybe affirm to ourselves, my stability and strength are the foundation that supports me as life unfolds. My stability and strength are the foundation that supports me as life unfolds. Easing back into the mountain pose whenever you're ready. Let's close our eyes and just rest here. Kind of feel naturally that I want to smile after that triangle and the lion. So maybe you can just feel that sense as though the whole body is smiling. Just be aware of how you feel, your response to your practice. You can, if you're ready, just take this nice energetic feel out into the day. If you feel that actually you need a rest, then come into any of the resting postures. Give yourself a minimum of 5 minutes, just resting and restoring. Whatever you do with the rest of the day, let it be successful and filled with joy. Thank you. Please do remember to leave a comment just to keep everything legal. Appreciate your presence. Thank you.